alright. This is just gonna be a short video, but I really wanted to do this because I've never really reacted to like the nominees of something before, like on camera. Most of the time when I do Game Awards stuff, it's usually, oh, it's time to watch the Game Awards with the boys. But I wanted to see the nominees, you know? We got a lot of options here, and I wanted to see who got listed. I haven't played too many 2023 games, gonna be honest, but I still wanted to give my thoughts of who I think I want to win and who I think will win, because there are differences. Let's start with the category that I probably do not care that much about. Sorry, I'm just not a big esports person. We got best esports event. League, Blast, Evo. Okay. In terms of who I think might win, it might go to League. It might go to Valorant. I don't know. I personally would like Evo to win. I'm just a big fighting game person, but I don't think Evo's gonna win. Best esports coach. I don't know any of these people. I'm just gonna go based off of who looks the coolest. I mean, that hat's pretty cool. I think that might be an Overwatch hat though. So, I'm sensing some ends. But just because you play Overwatch doesn't make you a bad person, you know? It's not a bad thing you play Overwatch. You just... We're on different sides of the gaming liking spectrum, you know? I don't typically go for the Overwatches, but you know, you have a cool hat, and I think you should win. And you probably might win. Esports teams. I like your shirts. Their shirts are pretty cool too, though. just gonna vote on them based because they have really cool shirts. It's not because they're good. They have great sportsmanship, great teamwork, love people in their community. Nah, they just have cool shirts. I think they should win. Okay. Any other esports athlete? Who we got? What's it looking like? I know who Faker is because he's kind of popular, and that's about it. So, I mean, this is the standard. This is usually what best esports looks like. I'm sure all these guys are really good. I'd probably watch one game of them playing and be like, dang, maybe they should win. Maybe they should. I have no info on that. And then we have best. Now we're getting to the games. I know Counter-Strike 2 came out recently. I've heard good things. It sounds like people like it. As for who I think might win, it might be Counter-Strike 2. But I don't know if it's gonna be Dota or Valorant, or League for that matter. We're not even gonna mention you. I think you've had your time in the sun. I don't know how popular PUBG is at the moment. I'm outside of looking in, keep in mind, but I do think Counter-Strike has a good chance of winning that. So I'm gonna say think win will be Counter-Strike, and want to win. I'm probably just gonna say Counter-Strike. Alright, I'm just gonna say Counter-Strike on that one. Content creator, this is my bread and butter. Who we got? Okay. This is more people I recognized than last year, so already a good start. But I only recognize her because she's in a bunch of stuff. I mean, she collabs with tons of other Twitch streamers and YouTubers. And then Quackity, I mean, the classic, you know? A lot of people know Quackity. But that's about it. I don't know these other three. Is it bad I want the VTuber to win? Am I is it wrong to want the VTuber to win when you've never even watched like her solely? I've never watched like an Iron Mouse video. I haven't gone to the channel and watched one. But I like her. I mean, when she's collabing with other people, she's entertaining. But just never got around to watching her in general. As for Quackity, I mean, I've watched some of his stuff. He can be funny. I still wish I knew who these three were. I'm sure they're good. This guy looks like he wants to win. I guess want to win and think will win. I think they both got to go to Iron Mouse here. I mean, I like Quackity, but I don't know. Iron Mouse, that's another breed, you know. That's another beast. You're dealing with a VTuber. Most anticipated game. Alright, I could probably give my thoughts on this one. We got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. Alright, well, I like anticipating games. I like games. So this is an easy one for me. My most anticipated game out of all of these is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I mean, I love Final Fantasy VII. I played the original, beat the original. Need to play the remake. Replaying the original. Yeah, I'm excited for this game. Tekken 8, I'm also really excited for that. Hades 2 seems interesting. I need to play the first one. But, I mean, it's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, man. And then, I need to get into Yakuza. I have Yakuza 0. It's in my PS4. It's in my PS5 also. I just need to play it. And then you. I mean, I don't play many Star Wars games. I play them whenever the boys want to play them, or I'll play them whenever they're available. I mean, maybe if they're at a cheap price, I might. But I mean, it's not my cup of tea all the time. I can go for a nice Star Wars, but don't expect me to pick it up first time I see it. Yeah, I gotta give it to Rebirth, man. Gotta give it to Rebirth. I just realized something. Persona 3 Reload is not on this list for most anticipated game. That is my most anticipated game of, like, all of them, even more than Rebirth. So yeah, kinda wish it was here. But I mean, it's whatever. It's whatever. Alright. Best adaptation. So I guess this is gonna be movie stuff. Alright. We got Castlevania Nocturne, Gran Turismo, Last of Us, Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Twisted Metal. Do I even have to say who's winning this one? This feels like a clean sweep. If anything else wins, I'll generally be shocked. Yeah, it's obviously going to Gran Turismo. I mean, they just did a great job. It's gonna be Last of Us, guys. Come on. Look me dead in the eye and say that Twisted Metal is beating The Last of Us in terms of adaptation. Like, people talked a storm about this one. People who have never played the game were talking a storm about this one. Nocturne had some flack. I know that's not made from the same people who made the original Castlevania anime, so I think it's a bit different. I don't know. Looking in again, haven't seen it. The Gran Turismo movie, it's a movie. I don't even know, is it out? I've lost track. I don't even know if it was out yet. It should be, because it's on here. But I don't know why something that wouldn't be out is being nominated for something where everything else is out and we can watch it. The Mario movie was really good, but the problem is, if you're not a fan of Mario, I mean, why are you going? Because at least if you're not a fan of The Last of Us, and not like you hate The Last of Us, I mean like you never played it. If you hate The Last of Us, you're gonna hate this. I mean, it's just Last of Us, but live action. They're doing the same thing. But if you don't like The Last of Us because you've just never been into it, I could see you liking it in this format rather than playing the game. Because not everyone's a gamer, and not everyone's playing video games. But if you go into the Mario movie and you've never played a Mario game and you're not a crazy big fan of Mario, you're not going to get the references. You're not going to get the music cues, man. They're gonna show you the Mario Kart scene. Everyone was popping off. It's like, oh, it's the gliders. Oh, that's the. And you're just like, my last Mario Kart was 64. Like, you're not gonna understand what's going on. You're gonna see a kart and you're gonna understand that, but you're not gonna understand everything. And in terms of plot, it was only okay. It's a Mario movie. I mean, I could say, what could you expect? But also, could have been better. Could have. I mean, it's Twisted Metal. That's Falcon. He's right there. Captain America, even. That's Captain America. That's not just Falcon anymore. It's Last of Us. I guess, I don't know if I want The Last of Us to win. I think The Last of Us will win. I mean, if I had to choose any of these guys, it's going to the Mario movie, but that's just because I'm a fan of Mario. I like Mario. He's cool. He's a cool guy. Best multiplayer. What we got? Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Decisions. Automatically, I gotta give Mario Wonder the cool shoulder on this one. They don't even have like a online multiplayer. It's just local, and the online is more like races and stuff from what I've seen. So I don't know. That's not it, Chief. Street Fighter 6, however, I mean, that's pretty fun online. I haven't played too much of it online. I played the beta when it came out, and I had some fun with Ryu. I mean, I learned some combos. Not gonna brag, but I hit a Shoryuken. I can hit a Shoryuken. Party Animals. I know Buzzy has been talking to Storm about wanting us to get it when it's on sale. I've seen gameplay. It looks fun. Kind of like a Gang Beast. It's more like a Gang Beast type game from what I've seen. But Gang Beast was fun, so I don't see why I wouldn't like this. Then you got these two. Diablo 4, yeah. It's Diablo. I'm sure it's fun on multiplayer. I'm sure if you get a couple of the boys, a couple of the homies showing up in the game, you're probably gonna have some fun. But over the games on here, I don't know. For once, I'm gonna say Street Fighter 6. I would love for Street Fighter 6 to win this one. But in terms of it's either going with Baldur's Gate 3 or Diablo for me. And I think Baldur's Gate gonna take the fudge.
For what time?
Oh.
For what time?
There is no time. It's not time for the Game Awards yet. Shut up, Siri. Alright. Hopefully we have no more AI distractions. AI taking over, trying to vote for the Game Awards. They don't play video games. Get out of here. No one cares about your opinion. You aren't real. Alright, yeah. I think it's gonna go Baldur's Gate 3. Oh boy, best sports and racing. You know how I feel about my racing games and my sports games. EA Sports FC 24, F1 23, Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels. I'm sorry, this is a serious video. I'm sorry. Hot Wheels. I apologize in advance once again. I don't know what's gotten over me. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, Turbo Charged, and the Crew Motorfest. Well, as someone who's never played Forza, I'm the biggest Forza fan who's never played it. So, I mean, I might have to go to Forza on this one. I've played soccer games before. They're okay. I think once I play one of them, I might as well play all of them. That's just me. Especially when it comes to the recent, EA, FC, FIFA games. F1, this is just racing, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's racing. You're racing a car. But I can do that in this one, too. And this one, probably. And this one. All four of them are racing games. Well, the only sports games that came out this year racing? I mean, I guess I heard negative reviews about Madden and about 2K23, so naturally they wouldn't be here. But dang. Y'all hungry over there? Y'all hungry for some good sports games? I mean, not... Because this is all you got. If you're not a fan of racing, you're kind of screwed. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna give it to Forza Motorsport. Never really played it, but I'm a big fan. And think... maybe more than these two? Maybe. You know, screw it. Forza Motorsport for think and for want. I'm going with my gun on this one. Sim and strategy. Let's see what we got. Advanced Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. City Skylines 2, that was a recent game. Company of Heroes 3. Fire Emblem Engage and Pikmin 4. Ooh. That's another game I've never played, but I really like the aesthetic of. Pikmin 4. It's pretty interesting. I don't know. It doesn't seem like my cup of tea, but I don't know. Maybe I need to just drink the tea and I'll just be a fan of it. I played Three Houses. They haven't played Engaged, so I can't speak on this one. I've seen gameplay for this one. I've mostly just heard the gameplay's good and the story's bad. So that's outsider looking in, but I mean, it's Fire Emblem. I like some of the character designs from it. I don't know about these two. Ask me on a different day, the answer might change. And then these two, I mean, I never played Company of Heroes 2 or 1, so don't have much to offer in that. City Skylines 2, also never played, and I never played this one. Yeah, you can tell that this is not my category. I think I gotta give it for want and for think to Pikmin 4 on this one. I mean, I just think Pikmin deserves it. I don't know. I think Pikmin's pretty cool. Alright, we got Best Family here. Yeah, this is what I expected. But there's less Nintendo games on here. There's still more Nintendo games than any other, but still less of them. Disney Illusion, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, Super Mario Wonder. This one I think I gotta get Super Mario Wonder for both want and for think. I think Wonder's gonna take this one. I'll be shocked if Party Animals takes it, but I wouldn't be mad. Disney Illusion is a weird choice. I would be shocked if this one won. This is the underdog here, and Sonic Superstars is on here, so you know that they're fighting the uphill battle. Sonic Superstars I've just heard more good things about. I haven't heard anything about this game. It came out and no one talked about it, but maybe just not enough people in my circle were talking about it. Yeah, I think it's going to Wonder. Not much to say on that one. Oh boy, here's my bread and butter. This is what it's all about. I can talk for this one. All right. Interesting. Okay. God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Pocket Bravery, and Street Fighter 6. I'm shocked All-Star Brawl made the cut for this one because it came out really recently. Didn't it come out like last week? It came out this month, I'm pretty sure. And it already is in the running. I mean, I get it. I've heard good things about it. I have it. I just need to play it. It'll probably be the next video on the More SK Harrison channel. I know it probably wouldn't qualify, but I would have kind of liked for the Idol game to get on here. The VTuber fighting game. I know we're talking about VTubers again on the More SK Harrison channel. It's freaking get the pitchforks out. What is SK Harrison talking about? But no, I would have liked for that game to be nominated, but maybe it was more of a fan game, so it can get nominated. Haven't heard of this one, and haven't heard of this one. It says Pocket Bravery. That makes me think it's a mobile game. But these two, I could talk about. I've been playing Mortal Kombat 1 hefty amount. I haven't been uploading it because YouTube doesn't like Mortal Kombat, let's be real. But I've had fun with it. I've been playing Lee May, trying to see if I want to get into the Scorpion, the Sub-Zero. Omni-Man just popped out, and I've been playing him. He's pretty fun. He's throwing meteors at people. You know. Think, Mark. But is it beating Street Fighter? And my answer is no. I don't think it's beating Street Fighter. I think this goes to want and think both for Street Fighter 6. I've played a bit of Street Fighter 6, and I gotta say, I think even with the small amount I've played MK way more. I think Street Fighter's taking this one. And I was seeing the good stuff they've been doing for the game, so yeah. Mortal Kombat would be the next one up, though. Unless I play this and I infinitely like it more than this, but that's probably next video, so maybe my opinion will change. But as of now, I think Street Fighter's taking that. Best RPG! Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Liza P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield. Oh boy, you know a certain M person, you know a certain demon will be talking about this one getting the win. I guess let's go over these ones. Sea of Stars, I'm really happy it's on here. That's an indie game right there. So I'm glad it's going against the heavy hitters here. That's amazing. It's definitely the underdog though, because again, heavy hitters. Liza P, everyone's been talking about this one. I mean, this basically like Bloodborne, but on PC. I've heard comparisons of Bloodborne to this one. Final Fantasy 16, this one I really want to get, but it was between this game and I think another game. I think it was Street Fighter, yeah. They came out around the same time. So I got Street Fighter over this. But I've seen gameplay. I think this game's pretty neat. It looks pretty fun. And then Baldur's Gate 3, do I even need to say it? I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 is probably a very big heavy hitter in this one. A lot of people love this game. So, who do I think and want to win? You know what? I'm gonna throw you for a curveball here. I want Sea of Stars to win this one. I think an indie game beating these top heavy hitters would put a big smile on my face. Gonna be honest. I know, like all these games, they're good, but this is an indie game going up against these guys, and I've heard great things about Sea of Stars as well. It looks great too. I've seen the art for it. It looks fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna say want for this one, Sea of Stars. But think we gotta go back over here. I think Liza P's a big heavy hitter. I don't think it's gonna beat these two though. I also think Starfield is a game. No, I'm kidding. Starfield definitely has a good chance, but not in this category. Not in this one. Maybe a different category if it gets nominated. I think it's gonna go. You know, I'm gonna say Final Fantasy only because I think Baldur's Gate might get something later. I'm thinking ahead here. I think they would give it to Final Fantasy because they're gonna give something to Baldur's Gate later. But I could be wrong. They might just give it to Baldur's Gate. I think Baldur's Gate will win awards. But I'm gonna say think Final Fantasy 16 wants Sea of Stars. Best Action Adventure. I picked the wrong thing. I was about to say the same things? Last time I checked, buddy, Sea of Stars is not an action adventure game. What are you doing here? Alright. Alan Wake 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. You know I gotta say want Spider-Man 2. I'm sorry, I'm a bias here. I'm a huge bias. Spider-Man 2's been fun so far. So, I gotta say Spider-Man. Even if I had played these other games, I might enjoy them. But I gotta go for my homie. I gotta go for my homies. I gotta go for Spider-Man 2 on this one. But that's just want. What do I think will win? And buddy, I don't know. I think they might give it to Tears of the Kingdom on this one. But I'm eyeing Resident Evil 4 as well. Jazz Survivor, I know Buzzy would be screaming his head off if it won, but I don't think it's gonna win this category. And I also don't think, as good as I've heard good things about Alan Wake 2, these are heavy hitters. You're a heavy hitter as well, but this is like, these are cannonballs. So I gotta say Tears of the Kingdom, man. I think Tears of the Kingdom will take this one. I could explain myself, but I think you already know why. I mean, it's Tears of the Kingdom. It just speaks for itself. Best VR AR: Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Humanity, Resident Evil VR. I said that all wrong. Resident Evil Village VR mode, and synopsis. Is that what that says? Yeah. Are you gonna be shocked if I say I don't play any of these? I don't have a VR headset, so I'm not playing any of these. If I did, though, I probably would still say Resident Evil Village for want. I mean, Resident Evil, I've seen the gameplay for it. Looks like a fun time. And in VR, I mean, you get up close to mommy over here. So, I mean, I know people are voting for that. But, I don't know. Is it going to get the think for me? Or is Humanity going to take it? I've heard nothing about this game, though. So this is purely just going off of what I saw, like, early on. I think Horizon has a chance. I mean, if Horizon's gonna take anything, it might be this one. I think I'm gonna say Horizon for Think, man. I'm just not... My brain does not think that any of these other ones are gonna get it. But I want this one to win. Again, this is a more outsider looking in. This is like the strategy game one. This is the genre I've never played, so... Speaking of genres I've never played. Oh boy, well, I was lying. Okay. So, I'm about to reveal something to you, and you might scrutinize me for it. I played Honkai Star Rail. I did it. I sinned. I'm sorry. I dabbled in it. I did. It was an RPG and it looked good. The animation don't look pretty. I'm sorry, man. I did it. I also play Final Fantasy Ever Crisis, but I mean, I did it because I love Final Fantasy 7. So, we also have Hello Kitty. Now I might be laughing, but this might be a top contender, guys. Let's give it a chance. Monster Hunter Now and Terranil. Guys, I love Final Fantasy, but I think Honkai's taking this one. Honkai Star Rail is huge, dude. People love that game. I think this one's gonna win. Over Hello Kitty and Monster Hunter and Deer, yeah, the anime girls are winning this one. But I want Final Fantasy to win because I like Final Fantasy. Ever Crisis is pretty cool. It's a retelling of the 7 stories, a retelling of Crisis Core, and has a brand new story with younger Sephiroth. So I mean, you're getting some new content there. But I think Honkai's taking this one. I want this to win, but I played a bit of this game. It was pretty enjoyable. I'm not a big gacha guy though, so I mean, you show me a pretty girl, and I'm like, okay, they're pretty, but how many times do I need to roll to get them? Like, I'm not gonna be doing that, man. You gotta give me like one of the best girls in the game and be like, this is it. This is our best creation. You have to get this one. They were close though. Silver Wolf is pretty cool looking, and I like the gamer aesthetic, but it's not enough, man. It's not enough to waste my time. Best debut indie game. Or did we skip something? Hang on, let me make sure. No, we didn't. Okay, back to it. Oh boy. Guys, I only know one game on this list. I'm pointing right at it. And I think it's gonna be in the want for that reason. Yeah, I want Pizza Tower to win. Pizza Tower is just such a goofy looking game. It's inspired by the Wario Land games, the Wario World. It's inspired by those games. Yeah, I want Pizza Tower to win. But who do I think's gonna win? I don't know any of these other games, man. I don't know. I have not heard of them nor seen them. So I'm sure they're good. Isn't this a cooking game? This looks like a cooking game. This looks like an adventure game. This looks like I'm going on the 7 seas, and this looks like I'm traveling a different dimension. I don't know. Maybe a different planet? I apologize. I don't know these other games. So, I'm going to say thinking one for Pizza Tower. I think I want Pizza Tower to win. Moving on. Best independent game. Didn't we? Okay, about to say, you're wrong. Alright, we got a double here, and a double here, and a double here. Dave the Diver. I saw gameplay for this one. I think he's got to go back to Sea of Stars, man. We're back to the same formula. I don't know these other games. I know of this one, but I've never played it. Sea of Stars, I think, has the aesthetic. I don't know, man. One day I'll play Sea of Stars. It did catch my eye, but not jumping into it right away. I did want it to win, though. I'm rooting for it in the stands. I'm not on the stage with it, but because I've never played it, but I wanted to win. Best community support. Who's getting the best community support of all of them? Huh? Okay, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14. I was about to say the wrong Roman numeral, and No Man's Sky. Can I just say Baldur's Gate for this one? I think this one is Baldur's Gate's. I'm sorry. It's going to Baldur's Gate. I think Cyberpunk had like out of nowhere. Like, honestly, amazing how this game came back to life. Like, they got... Edge Runners gave them a second chance. Truly. Destiny 2. It's Destiny 2. Final Fantasy 14. You know it. You know what it is. And again, No Man's Sky, the big turnaround for it was pretty good. I think Final Fantasy 14 also had a bit of a turnaround. Destiny 2's just been there. It's been there from the start. I think it's going to Baldur's Gate 3, man. It's a popular game. People love it. It's the one most people think are going to win most of the awards, I believe. So, it's one of the games people think are going to win most of the awards. Alright, best ongoing, Apex Legends, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Genshin Impact. Who's been ongoing the best here? In terms of want, I want Final Fantasy 14. I haven't been saying my wants for the other one. I think I want Baldur's Gate to win that last one, I'm gonna be honest. But I want Final Fantasy for this one. I don't know. Cyberpunk's grown on me. It's grown on me. Edge Runners was such a good show. It honestly did make me think of putting in the disc. So maybe. It's honestly between these two for want. We'll come back to them. I think. Honestly, I kind of think Cyberpunk might get it. Maybe. Fortnite's been doing lots of cool stuff. They added OG recently. And that's the only thing I remember. They've been doing a lot. I know they added Jujutsu Kaisen. And that almost made me hit the download button, man. I was about to jump on the battle bus with Yuji. I was gonna do it. But, I mean, I didn't get around to it. I didn't do it. Then there's Genshin. Genshin's Genshin. What do you want me to say about Genshin? That hasn't already been said. It's a game. It's popular, you know. I'm gonna say want Cyberpunk to win and think. I'm gonna say Final Fantasy for this one. I think this one's a hard one. This is a really hard one. Even if I had played all these games, this would be a hard one. Because a lot of them are pretty good. But I'm gonna say think Final Fantasy will win and want Cyberpunk to win. Games for Impact. I think we have someone who's infiltrated the facility. You're a nice surprise. Goodbye Volcano High is definitely a game I did not expect to be here. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it did have some messaging. It had some meaning. It had some messages. Definitely had some messages in it. I saw a review, gameplay for this and trailers for the longest. God, it finally came out, I guess. Who do I want to win? This is basically just going off of which game looks the coolest. You know, I saw a lot of things. I think this game will win. I could be wrong. It might go to the cooking game, but I think this one will win. Who do I want, though? You know what? Just to see the look on Twitter's face, I'm gonna say I want Volcano High to win. That game is the definition of mixed in terms of all the rest of these games. There are some people who really like this game and some people who freaking hate it. So, yeah. I just want to see the look on Twitter's face. This is just a trolled one. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sure this game is something. I don't know. I don't know what I can say about this game without causing a ruckus. So we'll just leave it at that. I want that game to win, just to see everyone else's reaction. But I think the other game will win. This one. I think yeah, this one. All right, man. Innovation and accessibility. You might want to change because this isn't right. I did not think any of those games were. Hey, okay. Me happy. I can actually talk about this now because I have experience with like most of these games. This is the first. My gosh. Oh my gosh. Diablo 4, Forza Motorsport, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, and Street Fighter 6. Oh my gosh. Can I speak? I haven't used any of the accessibility options. I mean, in terms of want, Spider-Man, I already said I want you for one category. I'm gonna give it to Hi-Fi Rush for one. I don't know how good their accessibility options are, but I do want it to win. As for Think, though, I didn't even know Forza Motorsport was on here. I didn't notice. I looked over here and I was like, wait a minute. I'm looking. I'm trying to think about the accessibility options, but the only accessibility options I know, there are a few in Spider-Man 2. I did notice them. Mortal Kombat 1 does have a couple, but I don't know if they're like groundbreaking. I don't know, man. I think Spider-Man might take it. Maybe Diablo 4, but I'm gonna say Spider-Man. But I do want Hi-Fi Rush to win that. Best performance. Okay. We got. Really? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Buzzy would be screaming. Buzzy would be going off if this one didn't win. He'd be losing it. He would bash the whole video game industry. No, he probably wouldn't do that. But, I've heard dialogue from basically almost all of them, except for you. This one just comes down to like how good they did. And I've heard most of them speak. So well, there's also motion capture and stuff, so I might go into it. In terms of want, this is a toughy one. I know which ones won't win, but I don't know which ones will win. And there's a few that won't win. Like I like Yuri. I like Sasuke, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I might just say for think. I'm gonna keep it safe. I'm gonna go safe on this one, and I'm gonna say Baldur's Gate's gonna win. It's between these two. And then for once, it's between these two. I'm gonna say, yeah, I gotta say want for. I want him to win, cause like, I think it'd be cool. I like his performances, so I'll say one for him. Best audio design, and what sounded the best? How good was that audio? Oh, this is the first time Dead Space has popped up here. I thought Dead Space would pop up way more, man. Alan Wake 2, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Resident Evil 4. I'm glad Hi-Fi Rush is popping up way more. That makes me happy. It's a charming game. But which one do I think will win? And which one do I want to win? I'm gonna say Resident Evil 4. I think they'll do Resident Evil 4 for this one. Spider-Man 2 is also in a lot more categories than I thought. I think it's because... No, well, the first Spider-Man game was in a couple of categories. So that makes sense. But I think Resident Evil 4 is going to take this one. As for want, it's between these two. I mean, it's a rhythm game. I gotta give the Hi-Fi Rush on that one. I want Hi-Fi Rush to win. But I think Resident Evil 4 will take that. Best score in music. I might be able to say something here. Yeah, this is what I expected. Hi-Fi Rush back in it. You got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate, Final Fantasy, Hi-Fi, and Legend of Zelda. I've heard the score for Legend of Zelda. It's pretty decent. It's pretty good. But man, I'm a bias alert. I'm gonna switch the bias switch on. I want Final Fantasy 16 to win. Dude, That OST slaps so hard. I'm sure Baldur's Gate's slapping pretty hard. I'm sure Alan Wake's hitting me with those the atmosphere. And Hi-Fi, I've heard some tunes from Hi-Fi. They're pretty decent. But man, when you listen to Final Fantasy 16, oh my gosh, you feel like you can run the world, dude. So you know what? I'm gonna do a double. I think and I want Final Fantasy 16 to win. I think they got this one. Baldur's Gate might sweep in. Maybe I need to listen to some Baldur's Gate songs before I make this judgment, but I love this OST. I really like this OST. Alright, we got best art direction, dude. Let's go. This is not the best art direction. It's still not best art direction. Thank you. Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Liza P, Super Mario Wonder, and Legend of Zelda. 2 Nintendo games, okay. We got 2 Nintendo games on here. Oh boy. Art direction. I think Mario Wonder is pretty good looking. Surprised. I know. I think Hi-Fi is pretty good looking. I think Liza P also looks pretty cool. I think all these games look cool. So this one's gonna be hard. Dang, man. I'm gonna say Think goes to Tears of the Kingdom, dude. In terms of want, though, I'm gonna say Hi-Fi Rush. I know. You're probably saying, bro, Liza P! But Liza P looks so dope! And I agree with you, but like, it's so charming. It's so colorful. I love the vibrance. I love the style of Wonder too. But I just like Hi-Fi's a tiny bit more. Tiny bit more. But I think Legend of Zelda is going to take this one. But I want Hi-Fi. Alright, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Best art. Wait. Best narrative. Who has the best story? What? Okay. Not surprising. Not too surprising. I'm kind of surprised about Liberty City. Is that? Oh, not Liberty City. Bro. Wrong thing. Phantom Liberty. We got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy, and Spider-Man. Spider-Man's story so far is pretty decent, but the first game's story wouldn't even beat these guys. The second one, I don't know. I think Spider-Man has a decent story, but I don't know if it's Final Fantasy level. You know what, man? I've been avoiding Alan Wake 2 here. But also Baldur's Gate's on here. So I'm gonna say want Alan Wake 2 to win this one. I think they have some. There's something about Alan Wake that's making me think that they probably have a pretty good narrative in that game. As for, well, no, this is want. For Think, I think it's Baldur's Gate. I think Baldur's Gate is gonna take this one. I'm gonna try to remember this, and when we react to the Game Awards, I'll see how many I get right. And I'm only gonna do like once. No, not once. Thinks. Think one. If the think is wrong, then I got the prediction wrong. I'm not gonna count once. Because once is like, I just want this one to win. I love this game so much, I wanted to win. Best game direction. What are we looking at here? Yeah. Mario Wonder's in a lot of these. I don't want to scream recency bias either, because this game is generally good looking. And it's generally pretty good, but it does help that it was recent. I don't know. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man, Wonder. Tears of the Kingdom. This is for best game direction, right? Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in the game direction and design. In terms of innovation, Legend of Zelda is pretty innovative. You gotta admit, the freaking new abilities they had in that game, dude. Oh my gosh. People are building giant mecha mecha dudes with long hot dogs. Like, it's crazy over there. So that's very innovative. That's gonna make me ponder if it should win. Spider-Man, the only innovation I've seen so far is like the gliding with the wings. They've speeded up the web swinging a bit faster now. But I mean, if we're gonna base that off of web swinging, then the first game should have won this category, right? But I don't know what it was up against. Oops! We went back in time. Mario Wonder, it changed up the 2D Mario formula, and I think that's pretty cool. But I don't know if it's gonna beat these two. Or this one. I can't speak for these two. Because I don't know how innovative Baldur's Gate 3 is compared to the second. Nor how innovative Alan Wake 2 is compared to 1. I think Tears of the Kingdom's winning this one. I'm gonna say Tears of the Kingdom for Think. For what though? Yeah, I'm gonna say Tears of the Kingdom. I think Tears of the Kingdom, and I want Tears of the Kingdom in that one. All right, all the marbles, game of the year. Oh my gosh! Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Wonder, and Legends of Tears of the Kingdom. This probably must have been a hard list to make, because, oh boy. So, kind of a bit of a surprise here. Street Fighter didn't make the cut for this one. I kind of expected that. I know some people were saying that it should, but there's just too many heavy hitters. Dead Space also didn't make the cut, man. I thought it would, but didn't happen. Very surprised on that one. I knew Legend of Zelda and Baldur's Gate were gonna be here. I figured Marvel Spider-Man will also make it. Resident Evil 4 was also in my brain. What are you doing here? You're the most surprising, I'm gonna be honest. I think Mario Wonder is an amazing game, but I did not expect it to make Game of the Year. I mean, maybe I'm underestimating Super Mario Wonder here. I don't know. Then Alan Wake 2, I mean, this one makes sense. But I kind of want to look, dude. I mean, what games didn't make it? Let me look at some 2023 games. So yeah, before we finish this off, Dead Space isn't on the list here. It only was on there for like 2 things. Starfield got F'd. It got F'd hard. I think it's only in like 1 category. Dang, dude. But if we want to talk about F'd, Hogwarts Legacy didn't even touch the Game Awards. And I mean, I guess that's fair. I don't know, man. Hogwarts Legacy had some bit of drama behind it, but that's not really because of the game. It's because of the person behind it. Behind the whole Harry Potter thing. I don't know if that means that this gameplay's bad, though. Octopath Traveler, dude. Didn't make the cut. Let's go back. Best RPG? You open this up. No Octopath Traveler. That's Game of the Year. What the fudge? Why does it do that? Okay, there we go. No Octopath Traveler. Starfield made it. But no Octopath Traveler 2, I guess. They didn't think it was good enough. Hell, Fire Emblem Engage didn't even make this one. They made something else. It made... Which one did they get? This one. Best Sim and Strategy. Again, no Octopath Traveler. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Keep scrolling here. Forspoken, didn't make it. Are you really surprised, though? Look me dead in the eye and say you thought this was going to get nominated. Also this one. Liza P got some things. This game didn't make the cut. It was too late. Bayonetta Origins didn't make it. I mean, I guess it just didn't. This is just a remake. But then again, so was freaking the other thing. Mortal Kombat 1 made a couple. But Armored Core. I saw some people on Twitter saying this game's getting in the Game of the Year slot. And sure enough, buddy, it ain't even in any of the categories. They said, nope. What is that game? That doesn't exist. It's not a game. Yeah, but I mean, they're on to make it. Yeah, it's kind of what I expected. I'm trying to think of what I said back in, because I made a tweet about which games I thought was gonna make it, and I've been discussing it with Mimnook and Buzzy for the longest. We pretty much said Baldur's Gate was gonna make it, Tears of the Kingdom's gonna make it. I don't think we mentioned Alan Wake 2 at all, but I totally forgot about it. I said Marvel Spider-Man might make it. I don't know if it'll make the cut. I don't think we mentioned Wonder. We did mention Resident Evil 4 though. I thought Dead Space was gonna make it, man. I really did, but I guess nope. Anyway. Let's get into who I think and want to win this one. So I think it's gonna be hard. But probably not as hard as you may think. It comes down to these two, really, in terms of things. I'm going to go over each of my reasons. Super Mario Wonder. Let's start off. I think Super Mario Wonder is an amazing looking game. I've been hearing the ba-da-doo. People were hyped for this game. People kept playing that song. When they talk about this game, they would talk about the theories, they would talk about all this stuff. And then they came out and everyone was like, yo, this is probably the best 2D Mario game of all time. It's great. I don't think it's great enough to be Game of the Year. I think it's some people's Game of the Year. But I don't think it's being something like Baldur's Gate 3. You know? Yet, it's good. I think it's, looking back at this 2023 list, I think, does it deserve to be here over like Dead Space or? Okay, yeah, maybe. Yeah, it probably deserves to be here, most likely. Definitely. But I don't know. I don't think it's good enough to beat these two. Resident Evil 4 is on par with the original, if not better. Still don't think it's beating these two. I love Spider-Man 2. I love the first Spider-Man, and this is just Spider-Man, but they've amplified it. They've gave us more things. I just don't think it's beating these two. I think if any other game is going to beat these two, it might be Alan Wake. I think it might come in swinging. I'm going to even tell you, like, from most likely to win to least likely to win, who I'm thinking. I'm thinking the most likely to win this. This is my think. Is Baldur's Gate 3. I think people love this game, dude. It has been the talk of the town since it came out. People are still talking about it. All the creative things you can do with like your avatar and stuff. People talk about this game, but mostly I just hear about the women. But that's Twitter for you. That's Twitter. But no, this game is generally good looking. It has a lot of interesting mechanics to it. From what I've seen, it is definitely a game that if you're a big fan of RPGs, you will love this, I feel. There are a lot of different types of RPGs though, so I don't know. But I feel there's a lot to love about that game. And then Tears of the Kingdom, it's just Breath of the Wild, but they amplified it. They gave us more stuff. You know, they got... I think the Ascend tool is bonkers. Off topic, I don't even know how they're going to add that to Smash. I don't know how they're going to make that work in Smash and not be broken. But, off topic. Back on track. The Ultra Hand Tool, also really cool. I think these are the top contenders. But if any game is going to beat them, it's Alan Wake 2. I think Alan Wake 2 is the out of nowhere big swing that will probably beat these two. But that's a maybe. Maybe I'm giving Alan Wake 2 a bit bigger rap than it deserves. And it's not on par with these two, but maybe. I think if any game's going to come out swinging that and beat them, it's these two. But in terms of think, most likely to least likely, Baldur's Gate, Tears of the Kingdom, Alan Wake 2. Keep my bias out. Resident Evil 4, Spider-Man 2, and Wonder. But all these games are honestly really good. So, who do I want to win? If we just throw all of the stuff out and we just go full bias mode, who do I want to win? Do you even need to ask? It's between this one and this one. But I personally think Marvel Spider-Man is my one. If they go up on stage and say the winner is Marvel Spider-Man 2, I'll lose it. I will. That is my losing game. I love Spider-Man 1. I'm loving Spider-Man 2. It's already my game of the year. Like, bar none. But I don't think he's going to beat these two. So, want Spider-Man 2, think Baldur's Gate 3. And that's it, man. Dang, that's awesome. I missed the entire category. So, Best Action. Apparently, Armored Core did get nominated. So, my statement earlier about which games didn't get nominated for anything at all, dead wrong. Armored Core's here. Good job. Dead Island 2 is also on here. So, again, wrong there. I just missed the entire category. There's like new games on here. So I'm just gonna do this quickly. I think Hi-Fi Rush is gonna win, and I want Hi-Fi Rush to win. Alright, that's it. Bye. Honestly, this is a pretty good list. There is, again, we are missing a couple of people. Armored Core, wow, didn't even show up. Dead Space, only in like one category. Starfield, only in one category. Hogwarts, missed the cut entirely. But, oh, Octopath Traveler 2, yeah, also missed the cut entirely. But this is a pretty good list, man, all things considered. This has been a really good year for games. It's also been a really bad year for games. Because the good ones have been really good, and the bad ones have been really bad. Like, oh my gosh. But the good's been really, really good. There's just so many games you can play this year. And you'll be like, wow, that is my game of the year. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, that's all I gotta say. Sad Golem didn't make it. I mean, come on, Jeff Keighley, what are you doing?